Good morning, guys. Welcome back here. It's Tuesday, February 2nd. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get going here. So I'm watching MBRX. It's a tricky one to trade. It's very choppy. I had one good pullback trade right here. This was actually pretty perfect, but I only went half size on it. Then I got another trade here. I went full size on this one. It actually would have went well, would have worked, but I got stopped out right here at 57, right at the perfect low. And then it runs up, 7% without me. This was a little bit unfortunate, but I was basically like, if it cracks 8.6, I'm out of here. It cracked 8.6, and I stopped out at the perfect low, missed that move. So I could be up quite nice today, but I'm only up $333 right now. HOL, so that was basically, I could have been up around 1,000 so far. So that trade right here doesn't look like a lot, but taking a loss on it as opposed to probably around $400 to $600 profit plus my last profit on that. On this trade was like 200, so yeah, gave back some profits on that one for sure. I've been on the phone with TD Ameritrade literally nonstop since yesterday. So far I've had zero progress. They just won't look at my freaking video, which perfectly shows that it's not my fault, and I tried everything I could to get out of that trade, which I did not even enter into myself. So a little bit stressful there. I've probably thrown around like 6, maybe even 7 or 8 hours now since my last trade, hours down the toilet, which is a little bit stressful. I mean, it's not exactly what you want to be spending your energy on. But yeah, so today I'm probably going to take things a little bit slow once the bell rings. So don't be surprised if I don't trade for like 15, 20, 30 minutes after the market opens. I want to see how TOS reacts first. Oh yeah, Constantine's already here, man. One AP Pro should know that by now. That's so funny. Yeah, Colby, I know what you mean. I feel the same a lot of the times when tickers don't break out. I'm like, yes, now we're going to have a nice open. Unfortunately, I don't really want to trade at the open right now. So it's a little bit of a weird situation to be in. Yeah, Michael, that's true. Everyone's on the phone with TOS right now. Your average hold time, my last call was 130 minutes. No, wait, that was yesterday. It was 130 minutes. Then today, really early in the morning today, it was like 60 minutes. My best one was actually my last call. It was only 30-minute hold. So yeah, it's pretty obnoxious. Every free broker is going to have issues, Rick. We have people here all the time complaining about Webull. I'm also not a big fan of how delayed Webull is compared to TD. I tried to trade in it, day trade in it for a month to see the difference, and it was constantly behind TD. So that was a big factor. I don't like day trading it, although I do have some swing trades in Webull and dividend plays. I do like the fact that Webull is open at 4 a.m. That's nice. Yeah, so it's a bit of like these brokers, they're free, but this is kind of the fee that you really end up paying. That's really the hidden fee, so to say, is these kind of like missed opportunities and whatnot. So that's why yesterday I closed out the trade, even though it wasn't my fault, because it is easier to bargain with a smaller loss, right? Hold on, I gotta open the window. It's freaking hot in here. Yeah, Corey, that's probably the best idea to do at the moment. I don't have an account set up there yet. AEZS kind of crawling up here. The commissions are high, very high, especially with the share. You have to pay per share as well. I think that's one of the biggest things holding me back. But if I do switch to TD, it would be nice because, or Lightspeed, because that's one more platform I could be testing out all the time on Trade Journal. Yeah, Heather, TD doesn't need to give any sort of bonus. A lot of people are coming to TD just because it's probably one of the best retail trading platforms. It does have its glitches and whatnot. So last year, I think I counted 5 or 6 times I was on the phone with them trying to get my money back after a failed platform execution. So just, at least keep in mind, like every other month, if you trade as active as I do, you're probably going to have an issue with TD. Unless you maybe start avoiding the market open, because that's where all of my issues come from, is trading the market open. So if you want to be on the safe side, don't trade the market open. And when I mean market open, I mean like the first 5 minutes of the market open. I'm not just saying the first 1 or 2 minutes. I'm talking like 5 minutes plus. Maybe even the first 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, I got you, Corey. Yeah, they have the direct routing too. So if you're not routing to Citadel or whatnot, you're not going to have as many issues, because Citadel is basically the market maker that's having all the issues right now. Yeah, we'll do. We're always talking here, brokerages and whatnot. Yeah, in the end of the day, I mean, people are going to talk about their favorite broker. And I think TD realized that, and they're like, you know what, we don't have to give any incentive for people to sign up because people are going to come to us regardless. Oh yeah, Corey. It's still not totally planned. Actually, the flights are booked, but I don't know if we're going to be flying yet, because we have to go to Mexico for 2 weeks first, because you can't, as a non-U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen, but my girlfriend's not, so we would have to fly first to Mexico. And the situation in Mexico is getting really bad, so we're not sure if we're going to do the trip at the moment. Yeah, Colby, that's true. Yeah, the Mexico COVID is a real problem. And even if you think you're not going to get it, and you're young, and you're like, okay, well, I'm not, most likely, 99% chance I won't be an issue. You're still you're still not helping being there. And then if you do get something and you need medical attention, you're pretty much guaranteed to die. Well, not guaranteed, but it's pretty bad. Their recovery ratios for the severe cases are pretty bad over there. I read a few articles. There'll be like one doctor do 100 patients, and they don't have any oxygen tanks. So it's just like it's a pretty severe situation over there right now. So unless we see the situation getting better, I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that trip, which is a little bit unfortunate. We were really just going to be bunkered away in kind of a hotel, and from there we were going to fly out, basically. So it was really just a layaway place. We're not going to be doing like any touristy stuff or running around, but still you're not helping the situation by being there. So yeah, SAVA, guys, big moves here on this ticker. Absolutely crazy. Still got another 20 minutes before the market opens. Yeah, Cabo. Mailar. Check out the video description below, man. We got tons of information down there, including the first sentence in the video description that you see still is exactly when we start. don't want to call you out, but for anyone that's watching, definitely check out the video description. But we get a lot of frequently asked questions and all that stuff, and that's why the video description's there. Ooh. It could have been. Although there's not too many birds right now outside. I just had to close the window. Now it got too cold in here. Can't make up my mind. This pre-market is a little bit slower. It looks like people are a little bit exhausted, and the market's kind of showing it. We're not getting those kind of nice follow-throughs right now. I'm standing, Cody. I can't really tell, but I'm on a standing desk. Well, yeah, it doesn't really help to move the camera so much. Now setting up GoFundMe's, I'm so sorry about the fact that they're trying to get money back from people is sad. Yeah, Corey, I kind of agree with that. Everyone should know the risks of trading GME and AMC, and really any small cap. Well, those aren't really small caps, but any sort of lead gapper, exponential move, short squeeze, yada yada. Well, while we're waiting here for another clean setup, let's talk about some of the trending news just to stay on track. Make sure we're not forgetting anything here. Let me see if this updated. Yeah, okay, we have the lead gappers here. I don't know if you guys saw anything new coming out lately. Oh no, Perth is Perth just went on lockdown yesterday, I believe it was, and now it looks like they're having a huge wildfire. More variations here of coronavirus. Silver actually went down a little bit. Let's actually check out silver. We were talking about it quite a lot yesterday, about the silver squeeze. This could just be a healthy pullback. Anything above the 9 EMA is just a healthy pullback. We'll see what happens here. Big resistance obviously at 30, but technically this is, a stair-stepper pattern here, so we could be seeing a good breakout on 30 for silver at one point. No, Peter, not yet. It's been a bit of a disaster here with TD Ameritrade. So hoping at one point I'll speak to the right person. I need to get in contact with the trade query desk. The normal help desk can't help me anymore. They won't look at it. It's been quite a nightmare. Oh, big Tesla recall. That's not too good. 135,000 vehicles over touchscreen failures. Tesla finally had that nice pullback I feel like we were all waiting for. Anyone go long on this pullback? Could be setting a nice little pattern here. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a pullback to the 9 EMA and then a little fake breakout here. I still wouldn't be really going long, but this could be a good opportunity for a very, very short trade. Decent risk reward. Did you guys see Space? Space was up at 62, really big move there. We went long at 49, if you guys remember. So we're still holding this one. I'm looking for that break of 60 into the market open, and then ideally a run past the highs here at 62. So that's what we're going to be waiting for. Talking about Space, HOL, this is a company that's taking a space company public. I did a little bit of a trade on this one earlier today. This is actually what I'm up on right now, HOL. I'm up 393 on this ticker. Really kind of dried up volume a little bit though, but this one was had a nice little pullback here originally right at the market open, pre-market or TOS open at 7, had a pullback, took this trade, was looking for a continuation, but it looked like it was failing, so I closed out this one. Basically a scratch. And then I started accumulating this one below 15 because I feel like SPACs around 15 are always just good buys. Finally had a little bit of a move here. I actually went to close this trade, but I accidentally clicked buy at 14.89 when I wanted to sell at 14.89. I was like, oh my lord. But there was still good volume here, and I was like, if I see a pop to the upside, I'm going to sell it. We get a pop to the upside. I think we're going to get continuation. We don't, and I quickly sell this one. Way over my ideal position size on this move, but that actually ended up working out. So looks like it formed a bottom and started trolling back to the upside. So kind of an interesting ticker here. Definitely worth watching. The reason I was talking about HOL is because we just mentioned space, and we were talking about space companies earlier today, but HOL is a SPAC, and they're taking this company Astra public, the fastest privately funded company in history to demonstrate orbital launch capability, and HOL is taking them public. So if we just go to Astra, I think it's even astra.com. Let's see if it pulls up here. Yeah, this is the company with their, they have a little bit of video of their launch. I think they're based in California. Yeah, that's San Francisco, isn't it? Not entirely sure. Could be. But they are based in California. I did remember reading that. So there we go. It looks like they're trying to, maybe compete with SpaceX. I guess you could probably make that connection. Daily access to lower orbit from anywhere in the planet. Yeah, to launch. It's really more looks like a B2B. It's not so much like Virgin Galactic Space, SPCE, which is really focused more on tourism and SpaceX, and it looks like Astra here are more focused on those government contracts, private contracts, getting stuff into orbit, getting stuff to the space station and whatnot. A bit of the difference, I would say. Yeah, Rick. TD gives you extended hours trading, but Webull has longer hours. TD only gives you an extended of 2 hours. So that's why I actually like putting swing trades sometimes on Webull more, because you get more opportunity to enter and exit trades at different prices if you do extended hour limit orders. Mr. Hook's wondering what I think the best stock is that's going to fly today. Well, you always want to think of you always want to be thinking, you know, going back to our watch list here or our checklist. What is the most obvious stock, right? What is the most obvious gapper? That's definitely the ones that have the highest percentage lead pre-market, but not just a percentage lead, but also holding their highs with a catalyst, right? So ATRL has the biggest percentage at the moment, but it's not holding the highs well. It's a very shaky ticker. Make me not super excited about ARTL. Long term, this one's pretty nasty as well. If we just go back to here to the daily chart. So I don't know. I'm not super stoked about ARTL. I didn't even really add it to our watch list, or did I? Let's see here. Yeah, it really shows how enthused I was about it. They do have a catalyst, which sounds quite good. So this company has a 15 million market cap. That's nice and small. 13 million float. That's pretty good, actually. Gapping up 60%. I always like collaboration news, partnerships and stuff like that. Looks like it's a very relevant topic. That's always really, really important. I find it quite suspicious that it's not holding its highs well. Probably means it has a lot of these failed spikes to the upside. Probably means the ARTL has a lot of hidden sellers. There might be some offerings in this one. We usually don't look at tickers that sell off more than 30%. And this one's sold off 46%. Thanks, John. Yeah, I hope so. That was a bit of a disaster. What's even worse about it, that would have been a winning trade. We would have had like a 1,000 plus 1.4 even $1,000 profit day, but we ended up having a pretty much a red day because of it. So I think that's also a little bit annoying. What really bothers me more than any other, like, usually dollar amount is opportunity cost, and I think that's really what yesterday was more than anything. ARTL, I don't know. I'm not super enthusiastic about it, but it could offer us some potential. There's definitely potential. I'll put it on my second screen. If we, around this 1.5 zone, we would have a triple bottom. So the question is, will the triple bottom hold? Because even if we get a failed move back to VWAP and it doesn't break VWAP, it's still a 25% upside. So, even if you're not super bullish on ARTL, it's got big support below, and could be a great reversal zone, but it could easily just keep selling off. So it's nothing like super interesting. MBRX kind of finding some support here. Let's go back to our watch list. One sec. MBRX USA Biotech 55 million float. They announced that a preclinical study in animals demonstrated a potentially significant therapeutic benefit of anamycin against metastatic osteosarcoma. I don't know. I can't pronounce that word, but there you go. So what I like about this one is I don't like the potentially, but I do like the statistically significant. I do like that part. I'm not sure why it's so potential at the moment. Google Translate. You know what I do sometimes when I can't pronounce a word? I don't know if this is a weird thing to do. I'll type in the word and then I just...
Osteosarcoma.
What'd she say?
Osteosarcoma.
Osteosarcoma. Osteosarcoma.
Osteosarcoma.
All right, well, that word. I don't think osteosarcoma. Good to know, but yeah, there we go. So MBRX, nice, 55 million float. You know, it's there. So it is having a hard time holding its highs, though. That's making me a little bit nervous on this one. Not holding VWAP, that's usually what we're looking for. Hold highs, trending above VWAP, ready to have that second leg to the upside. So we had that first leg to the upside. We consolidated with a nice flag pattern. We had an attempted second leg to the upside here, and now we're kind of fizzling out, which is no surprise because 9.3 is really these all-time high zones. So you really want to watch out with MBRX. You see this 9.58. This is an all-time high category or area. And boom, pre-market, we went from yesterday's big run-up here from 1 to pretty much 5. And now we're at 5 to 10. And then we're selling off now. So now we're at 7. So it's kind of like, oof. These are two huge moves on this one right after a reverse split. So actually, the normal split, 1 to 6. Actually kind of impressive. So yeah, I don't know how we're gonna go about that one. It's osteoporosis. Yeah, Rick, very similar. Yeah, I don't know how to read. Sorry, guys. Thanks, KBF. I hope it's gonna go well. Yeah, and then we have HOL, like we were talking about before. So those are really the lead gappers. And we have AEZS, which it is kind of trending here, light volume. It's kind of in that sub-dollar category. I know a lot of people don't like trading it because a lot of platforms you pay fees per share, and that gets really expensive. There's a fly flying around my head, and it's freaking me out. So I don't know. Oftentimes sub-dollars I'm not crazy about. USA Biotech, 62 million float. They are working here on coronavirus vaccine. That seems to be oral, something you could take orally, which is really good. Developed at Julius Maximilius University in Würzburg, one of Germany's leading research and teaching universities. So, I mean, that's nice collaboration, coronavirus, macro, micro news. Really good. You know, it is kind of holding its highs here, but volume is a little bit light, so yeah, just quickly making sure I didn't miss any news here. Let's go down. What's going on? Do you want to build a stimulus proposal? Yeah, we do. We got another minute and a half before the market opens. Audit doesn't have to mean headache. Oh, Robinhood. Of course it's an ad. I was like, I gotta check that article out later, but private jets go public. I think I've heard about this one. Not so important right now. Ford. SpaceX will fly 4 tourists into space later this year in what's called the world's first all-civilian mission. That's actually very cool. So it looks like SpaceX is trying to dive into Virgin Galactic's territory a little bit. The hands-free shoe from Nike. You guys probably saw that on Instagram already. This is such a German saying. Jetzt machen Sie doch mal den Weg frei. If you guys have never done it, go to Germany and go to like a grocery store, and you'll never view grocery stores the same way. People are so direct. Coronavirus rates going down drastically here in the United States, but deaths are still at all-time highs. And then quickly the trends here. All right, guys. Another 20 seconds here before the market opens. Like I said, I'm probably going to be really calm and collected into the market open. I'm probably not going to trade, so that's why I'm not, crazy about looking at stuff right now. Don't want any more TOS issues. I still need to figure out the last one. So good luck, guys. Here we go. I'm watching ARTL, I'm watching AEZS, I'm watching HOL. SAVA's kind of moving up here a little bit. A lot of tickers. Maybe we'll get a dip lower. ARTL also selling off. MBRX selling off. SAVA is actually the only one with a nice little break to the upside here. So a few tickers I do feel a little bit tempted on possibly trading, specifically ARTL, surprisingly, even though I was kind of talking about how I didn't want to trade this one. But nice nice little red to green. Maybe I'll do small size to see how many issues we have. That way, even if I do have a TOS issue, it'll be small size, and we'll see how we want to kind of go from there. Markets are green. Silver is down 7%. That's a big red move on silver. Risky traders saying TOS is not working. What issue did you have with TOS? Michael's saying Fidelity is locked up again. My God, man. These brokerages are really making our job extremely difficult. .007 says can't sell. What brokerage are you on? Risky says risky charity saying orders delayed, same as yesterday. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Usually these are not like one-time issues. ARTL found a little bit of support here. RB says don't use Quest Trade, it worked perfectly. That's hilarious. That's how I feel about TOS. When it's working, I'm like, don't use it, guys. It's working right now. We need less people using it. GameStop, big move up there, but you know, this ticker is over. Momentum's gone. Be very careful with this one, guys. I think we saw the highs on GME. Remember, this ticker came from $2.57. This is not something I would be holding. Oh, Michael, I'm so sorry to hear, man. That is just beyond stressful. HOL making a nice move. I should have started accumulating HOL actually in the 13s. I feel like that would have been actually a good move. Big sell-off on SPCE. I'm gonna pray to baby Jesus that this one's actually having a bit of a red to green move, and it's gonna hold this 55 line, and then we're gonna rip back higher here. Could happen. 6% sell-off on SPCE is actually quite aggressive. Go to shovel snow. All right, Michael, man, take care. Oh boy. Remember, only to hold tickers that, you know, have swing trade potential. A lot of these small caps, you know, aren't really the swings. Yeah, former price action, Chris, how good the catalyst is, how overtraded it is pre-market. There's many factors involved. The thing about TradingView is no one actually uses it for trading, I think. I mean, they're not routing orders. You might have an API on it to send to an exchange, but ultimately another exchange is doing the orders. GSM being called out. Great move on GSM, actually. Went down 25% from the highs. It's a big company. UK, other industrial metals and mining makes sense. Mining company, 71 million float. Investor call, but I think this is just the silver play is really what's going on here. First leg was about 60%. We're up at 46%. Could be some good continuation. CCIV up over 27%. Big resistance on this ticker. Just watch out for the $5 zone. Might have one more attempt to break it. I wouldn't be surprised. SAVA, great move here on SAVA. I thought it was halted for a second, but it doesn't look like it. Be careful, it could easily flush back to 35. ARTL is actually making some interesting moves here. The break of 1.5, originally I was kind of thinking I would maybe want to trade that. Gonna watch it. Possible break at 1.5. Part of my worry is just my platform right now. I feel like I can't focus on the setups as much because I'm just generally concerned of actually placing a trade. It's really not where you want to be mentally when you're trading. I hope this doesn't affect all week. So it looks like SAVA is halted here at 37.69. It's going to open up at 41.37. So ARTL did hold. MBRX, slow consolidation here to the downside, down about 9% from the open. Nice rocket ship. No worries about late entries, man. That's just stuff you get better and better at. Nice little move there on ARTL and AEZS. Good bottom bounces. I like what I'm seeing. It's 9:38, so I would probably start considering throwing some trades out. Usually, like I said, 10-15 minutes. The first 10-15 minutes is where the big problems come. So my first trade will probably be a bit more of a test trade, see if the platform's having issues, which it is according to you guys. Fidelity as well. So I might also not trade, but you know, I'd rather trade. So let's see, you know, get our feet wet first, and then kind of take it from there. AREC being called out, great move back above VWAP on AREC to separate rare earth elements. Blah blah blah. Rare purification. Another mining company. Recycled. Oh, I just realized the news is on the wrong page. Critical elements, byproducts, magnets, and lithium-ion batteries. Interesting, KBF. Jonathan says it's super bad TUS right now. Risky Trader said it's getting better now, but it's not perfect. Yeah, that's kind of what I would be expecting, that it'd be better now, but it's still not perfect. This is getting close to the time we closed the trade yesterday, and we still had issues when we were trying to close the trade. Also, it's probably sorry. Ugh. It's also probably not great to be super aggressive when traders are super weary. Lack of follow through and whatnot. Yeah, they're volatile, aren't they? Alerts going off extremely delayed, which is normal. So that doesn't even really red flag me anymore like it should. Nice move there on AEZS. Absolutely great kicker. Boom, 16%. I think this ticker could run till at least the 135 or so. Maybe 125 for major resistance. We have that pre-market spot at 118. Don't want to forget that. Yeah, velocity, thanks, man. I hope so too. Nice, happy to hear, KBF. I'm not sure if we'll do that, but appreciate the confidence token. Oh, GME tanking under 100. If anyone's new here and they're wondering, why I'm not trading, we had some huge issues with TOS yesterday. In the chat room, TOS and Fidelity are being reported having issues. So I'm just, taking a little bit calm today. We're up so far 300 pre-market. Not a big day, but no need to give back profits for no reason. GME, look at this 30% sell-off back-to-back, guys. GME, in my eyes, is over. It's going back, to where it came from, which is, had a low of 257. So just be very careful. I remember we were talking about this ticker when it broke 10. I was like, this is so overextended. I don't get why GME is up, blah, blah, blah. And then it went to, 500 and something. What did it actually go to? Didn't even go above that? 513, yeah. So this is a very solid downwards trend. $100 could be huge support. There could be a great bounce here. We've had a spike down here before. There's probably tons of limit orders just waiting to be filled on this ticker. This could be a beautiful bounce spot. Check out the 4-hour chart on GME, guys. I'm not going to trade it myself because GME is having so many issues across so many different brokers due to the routing houses, Citadel and whatnot, the market makers, that I just don't want to be stuck in a trade that I can't manage like yesterday. That seems to be the big issue right now. But I think, all things considered, or if all things were, managed in terms of, not brokerage issues, not market maker issues and all that stuff, this would be a great setup. So this is already a 10% bounce right here. But then you have the issue of, your broker not working at the moment. So it's SAVA, great open there. Look at that, instant move higher. Beautiful, beautiful move. Anyone trading SAVA? 20% rip since the Halt. HOL kind of frozen here in this price category. Yeah, EZS whispering. I don't trade options, Chris. This is TD Ameritrade, ThinkorSwim platform. Randy. Don't forget, guys, we got a bunch of FAQs in the video description below. Michael, I hope you get that back. Keep us posted what happens, man. AEZS. Having that big double top here. They're up $51 million volume. So it's not the craziest. SAVA is actually leading with momentum. HOL is right up there as 2 MBRX, quite up there. Failed break to the upside. Watch out, MBRX is having huge issues. There might be one more attempt here to break above the 740s, but I'd be skeptical. RTL slow. I'm gonna move AEZS on my second screen, so I'm watching this one a bit more consistently. Woo, look at that sell-off on that. Yikes. This ticker's no stranger to having these kind of wicked moves, though. It was a 12% move. Do I think AMC is over? I don't know. I have to look at it again, but I think all of these went way too high. Yeah, I have a video for it in the FAQs as well, but if you go to the Discord KBF, we have a screener channel as well in the Discord. And you can see the screenshot of our scanners. What's up, Visa Mac? Happy to have you here, man. Could be a really interesting spot for potential entry. I'm going to see if it breaks 105. Might be a little more conservative place to tackle this puppy. Again, I'm not like a super eager beaver right now to trade with all these platform issues. So I'm just I'm totally comfortable with just kind of watching here. If, a trade opportunity falls into our lap, I'll start with small size just to see how TOS is working. It is 16 minutes now since the open, so getting a bit more aggressive. I wouldn't oppose. This could be a great setup here at 40, right here in this area on SAVA. What's up, Roshan? Right now we're up 300 pre-market. I didn't do any trades yet since the market opened. Look at SAVA, bigger dip now. Don't want to get stuck in a halt here. A lot of people probably looking to buy. Let's see if we can get a low entry on this one. Small size. Let's see if it holds here. I'm not totally sure. Just kind of, more than anything on this small size, I want to kind of get a feel for how the platform's working right now. Possible continuation. It's already a 5% move though. It could keep selling off here, so you got to be kind of careful. This ticker did have an extended move to the upside. So you do want to be very mindful of the fact that this one's very, very overextended. That's why I did such a small size on it. Well, that amongst many other reasons. It is kind of holding the 40. I wouldn't want the 40 to break. Let's see here. Now it's holding a little bit better. Let's see what kind of continuation we get out of this one. It really needs to break past that last candle here at 42. Otherwise, I don't really trust this one. SAVA is the lead gapper though. That's why I'm giving it a little bit more opportunity. It's not holding. Not doing so well. It's quite a choppy ticker, SAVA, I gotta say. Well, it's good that we use smaller size. I'm just kind of trying to be a little bit more patient with it, but looks like I was a little bit too slow to close this one. Let's kind of see what happens here. It might get a move back into the 40s. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. I wanted to originally close this one when it broke 40, but that wick came real fast. Might be holding this one a little bit too long. Had a nice quick move here to 39. Let's watching it. First test of VWAP. A little nervous we're about to get halted into here. could be Halt. Yeah, we just got stuck in SAVA Halt to the downside. Nasty. I'm hoping it's not too bad. SAVA, I have been avoiding trading now for quite some time because of the how extended it is to the upside. So today looks like, well, every day to me looked like a potential blow-off top on SAVA. But I wouldn't really be trading this ticker too late in the day because I would be nervous for an offering or something like that. But at the moment, you know, 951, I felt like there was good opportunities for that last push to the upside. So don't really like the fact that we got stuck in a halt to the downside, but there's not a lot we can do about that. So we'll just kind of play it by ear and then see what happens. I'll put it on my second screen for now so we can check out some other tickers and I don't forget about it. Markets are actually up quite nice. If we go here to the swing trades, well, actually, we're only up $400. SSPK getting a little bit going back in the right direction, but it is good to see that the overall market is up a little bit. So let's actually go here to the SPY. $385 looks like it was the high, so we've done quite the rebound. We're gonna have a lot of resistance coming up, so we might get another push here, but I wouldn't expect it to be that much more, maybe 0.3 or so, and then the market's gonna start running into a little bit of resistance. So just keep in mind that the market might be plateauing here or topping out here for a second at 120. SAVA is gonna open up at 55 most likely. I don't see circuit breaker halt, so it's just a volatility halt. Yeah, Michael, nice, yeah. Nice, Mike, Micah, nice to hear on CCIV, sorry. There you can see SAVA kind of popping up here, resumption. They should start giving resumption times. I don't know why they do. So LUDP, that's just a volatility halt. I was a little bit nervous we were going to get potentially stuck in a halt to the downside on it. MBRX, nice little move here. AEZS, big sell-off. REC, kind of nasty. Wondering if ARTL found a little bit of a bottom, but I doubt it. Today's a pretty nasty day, guys. A very nasty day. I almost don't even really see a good reason to continue trading. Oh, look at LIZHI. Back at it again. This is a ticker we've traded quite often in the past. Clearly not on the limited account, but definitely back in the day. It's very light volume right now. This one's really just coming back. Government back index report. I'm going to go back to SAVA, see how this one opens up here. I do have a limit order to sell. I have small size on this one, but we are down here getting close to like 6% or so. So still taking a pretty big loss relative to the position size. It's going to open up in about 30 seconds. Micah says no news on LIZHI except lawsuit. Almost not surprised though. All right, another 5 seconds. Halted lower. This doesn't look good, guys. Trying to see how I can manage this position. Usually I don't sell on flushes. Big support on the 5-minute. Giving a little bit of confidence, but overall this is pretty much a failed move. So I could average down here and look for that break back above the 9 EMA, go full size, but I don't want to go full size. So let's keep watching this one, looking for that move over 38. Looking for the move over 38. Here's buying. Nope, didn't work. Let's see how well it holds here. It's not holding at all at the moment. Sometimes you do get a little bit of a shakeout here. That's why I'm not selling yet. Quick buyers though. You can see the buyers coming back. Light volume on this one. Could be good. Big 5-minute support as well. Possible move over 40, but that could be wishful thinking in this area. Still late volume though. It's holding a bit. This doesn't look good. If we break 50s, I'm kind of nervous there. New minute about to start. Doesn't look good, doesn't look good, doesn't look good. Still our lead gapper though, SAVA. Actually CAPC, yeah, okay, so I gotta really close this one. I held this one too long. Taking a bigger loss than I should be. Should be taking like a $300 loss, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Let's try to watch the order flow a little bit. Yeah, this is just hitting my max stop, so at least we went small size on this one. It is what it is. Love the 5-minute support though, but it's not really doing anything, unfortunately, the 5-minute support. That's where the bit of the problem is kind of coming in here. Wow, what a sell-off, huh? It's a big sell-off. Come on, need that one green candle to start, you know, changing the direction ideally, but even just to potentially close here. Looking for that move over 37. Progress, 37.15. This looks good. Sell order placed. Oh boy. All right, we're out of this one at 91. Just hit 8. Yeah, it just had 820. So SAVA, we gave back 320 on that one. We're pretty much now at break even for the day. Ugh, nasty. I know a lot of you guys are calling out OCGN, so let me just go over to OCGN. Oh wow, what a move. Should have got halted in that one, huh? I'm going to take a quick restroom break, fill up my tea, and I'll be right back. TOS is looking at least better at this moment. So maybe we'll get some more trading out, but it's not a hot market right now, so don't want to push it. So we'll see. Well, I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back, ready for action. Oh, look at SAVA, even moved to 39.50. Did I sell too soon? Nope, because I had to cut my losses on that trade. It was no longer right. It was not a winning trade. I was stopped out. I was just looking for a place to exit, so I do not have any regret for where I sold. 5 minute though is finally holding though. 5 minute, nice 5 minute breakout. Technically, that first red candle dip after I sold would have been a buy indicator, but I was on the wrong side of that one, is what it is. Look at all these fake outs on MBRX, man. I'd be so nervous trading this ticker. Whew, I'd poop myself. Oh yeah, SAVA, I would almost be green on that one. That's okay, that bothers me a little bit. OCGN, gonna open up at 10:04:16. We're using VWAP in the 9 EMA. I don't like that I don't have a cushion anymore. We did some nice pre-market trading. I had a $300 cushion. Now we're pretty much back at break even, so I got to really watch out right now. MBRX is making some nice moves though. I was actually quite stoked about MBRX earlier, US Biotech, with that catalyst, but there's a good chance it's going to see $9. So let's see if we maybe want to trade this one a little bit. Huge resistance here at 8.5. I'm not sure if we're going to break out at 8.5 just yet. This one had so many shakeouts, around 10%. Oh my lord. Yeah, Corey, we were just in a SAVA trade. How about you? Nice, DC. Happy to hear. Okay, OCGN should be opening up any second, guys. Keep an eye on it. Let's see what happens. Should go pretty much in it's 1 second. Boom! Big open to the downside. Yikes. 22%. That is not what you want to be seeing. Woo-wee. Check out the daily chart. This is a critical spot on the daily chart, guys. These are big zones we're breaking out of. $20-minute phone call after the market opened. Oh my lord. Who would do that to you? Honestly, that person should be ashamed of themselves. MBRX with a pullback. I'm a little bit unsure if I want to be trading MBRX based on how much it's been flushing in the past. Makes me very uncomfortable. Could be a great spot here at 820. Oh my lord, Corey. That's stressful. You should send him or her an invoice. That client deserves to be billed. Yeah, dip buy on OCGN would be mad aggressive, but 285, I mean, probably more upside than downside potential at this point. $3 is a critical spot. I'll put a limit order there, see if it spikes down. There's kind of a nasty spread on this. All right, moving it. Anyone do the MBRX pullback? That was a perfect pullback. I didn't have the guts to trade it because of the flushes we've seen on this one, but it actually ended up being a perfect pullback. Nice LIZHI breakout for sure. Possible upside to 6. I would like to get more aggressive on MBRX, but not right now. I don't know. I'm not feeling it now. LIZHI is a bit of a choppy one, isn't it? No, Joe, unfortunately I did not. But I'm going to be calling him after the stream again. Just throwing away time. It honestly stresses me out more than anything. But, you know, even if you're on hold for an hour and a half, you can do other things. I was trying to do a few other tasks, but, you know, it is quite distracting. I'm watching LIZI. I do think, you know, we're going to break the 5.5 and maybe run to 6. Volume is quite light on it, but that's because it didn't have much pre-market trading. Oh yeah, Lawrence, I've definitely thought about it many times. But, you know, last month's was my best month. Like, I know how to use TD. I tend to avoid the issues pretty well. I had a really big gut feeling that I should have not traded ASM before I traded it. I had a good gut feeling for the pattern. The pattern worked. It was a winning trade. But I had a feeling that TOS was going to have some sort of hiccup. The problem is, you know, we didn't have a hiccup for like a month and a half on TOS. I was thinking, okay, well, you know, what are the chances? But I'll tell you the chances, they were pretty high. All the stars were aligning for that not to work out, not to mention I was kind of due for TOS issues. I'm pretty bullish on Virgin Galactic. I'm actually long Virgin Galactic. I'm looking for, ideally I was looking for today to have some nice continuation past 60, but we're not really getting that at the moment. LMNT is a holding here, much better than I originally anticipated. I thought we were going to pull right through it. Yeah, Jason, that's also a point of consideration. OCGN having another big sell-off here. We have 5-minute support coming in very well, though. But big 23% dip on the last candle isn't exactly, or last sell-off, I should say, isn't something that breeds confidence, so to say. Take care, Callan. Hope I'm saying that right. I feel like every day I butcher dozens of names. Or maybe not dozens, but definitely a good handful. MBRX just had a nice little dip here into the 80s. 1 second, watching MBRX. Possible another dip on MBRX. Wow, big sell-off there. Long MBRX. Still selling off here. Kind of nasty. Hoping I'm not buying anything. Small size though. 1 second. Dan's long Dogecoin. Thanks for the $2, man. Appreciate the donation. Nasty move here on MBRX. Looks like I bought a little bit too soon on that one. I was waiting for this price target though, so that's kind of what triggered this. Yeah, I should have averaged down. I don't think we're going to break 8 just yet, and if we do, so I'm trying to be careful there. Might close this one. What we really want to see is move back above 7.7 with a little bit of strength. Let's see, possible move now. Let's watch it. Watch it. 7. Let's break 7.8. We need to break above 7.8. A lot of sellers, unfortunately. Just went long at 58, 59 I mean. A little bit bigger size here. Could be a continuation though to the downside, kind of a risky move. But I think there's a good chance that we might see a move past 7.8. Nah, it's not my day. I almost have to consider wrapping up after this one. I think what I'm doing well though, even though taking some losses here, is I am kind of managing my risk okay. It's pretty much all you can ask for on a day like today, in my eyes. So not getting too aggressive near highs or anything like that. Being quite cautious on when I'm closing my trades. So yeah, I can't really complain too much. Sell volume is getting a little bit lighter here. There's reasons to be optimistic for a move over 7.8. So let's see if we can get that. There's definitely still some selling momentum here though. 740. Not. Ooh, that was nervous there for a second. 742 was looking like it was going to crack. A lot of pressure right now. This is like all the sellers are pushing right now. You can just feel it. It's weight of the world on 42. 42 held though. Well, it could crack any minute, but for now it's prices back to 750. Sell volume on the 1 minute was nicely slowing down. That gave me a little bit of confidence to hold a little bit longer. It's not a trade you want to just be blindly holding though. I think at best this will be a scratch. All right, could be gaining some momentum here. We have the 9 EMA roughly at $8. It's about 50 cents a share upside. Could easily have another dip though right here and break 7.4. Would not be surprised at all. Yeah, there it goes. Sometimes you have these last minute flushies right before we have a retest back above 7.5. So let me see how this behaves. Selling volume is extremely light. Yeah, I think that was it. I think that's exactly what we saw here. So that actually could have been a great bottom buy just now. Let's see what we get here. Possible move back to 7.7. You got to watch out on a lot of these tickers that have a lot of this sell momentum. Sometimes they run up sometimes really fast, but then they sell off really fast. The thing is, MBRX didn't really run up that fast. That's kind of what is kind of giving me a little bit more confidence here as well. I was kind of expecting a little bit better of a backside retrace move. We need to make trader oil. I feel like ever since I grew my super spotty beard out, I've been just massaging it the whole time I trade. I feel like it's quite relaxing. It has like a soothing kind of effect. It's quite nice. Wow, this trade is a bit of a yawn machine here. This could keep selling off. This could just keep selling off here. This doesn't look very good, guys. Does not look good at all. Could be a quick move back up, possible 3% upside, I would argue. But you're also risking about the same to the downside. That's what's got me a little bit on edge. 750, really want to see this crack. It's losing a little bit of steam here. 750, let's see if 750 can crack. There's a little bit of momentum coming in here, 48. New minute about to start. Uh-oh. Waiting for that break of 7.5. I don't know if we're going to get it. Closing there at 7.40. Did you see that price getting chipped away at 7.40? The second I saw that, I was like, I'm out of this one. So good thing, instant move here to 30s. Okay, so we're down 160 for the day, a little bit of a red day. It's okay. It's a little bit annoying because yesterday should have been a big green day, but then we had TOS issues. And then today, you know, if we wrap up right now, small red day, there's nothing wrong with that. That's totally normal part of trading, so it doesn't bother me. It just, you know, it's the platform issues that right now we're spending a lot of our energy trying to dodge, which is never a fun place to be. Today's not really a day I feel like I want to keep getting aggressive. CCIV is actually impressive how nice it's been trading. So, yeah, so it was a good thing we closed out on MBRX. I was looking for that last move over 7.5, but then 7.4 was showing a lot of signs that it was going to crack, and then I just closed on 7.4. I slapped the bid, as it's often referred to. So there was, you know, buyers at 7.4. They were getting chipped away, and I put my limit order right on there. So that's what that's all about. OCGN kind of crawling back up here from the lows. Look at this, guys. Good to see that energy on OCGN. Colby, maybe. Let me look at AMC. I know you guys are talking about it constantly in here. Yeah, backside move, losing momentum. So not really much to say about it. I'm hoping that space doesn't lose that much steam. I feel like space was looking really good. I'm still waiting for that break of 60 on space, but I'm not sure if we're going to get it. Stonk's acting stupid today. Yeah, a little bit. What do I think about KOSS? I'm actually generally surprised that people are still trading KOSS. This is just a classic exponential move with volume selling disappearing. I don't know. I wouldn't touch it, honestly. Nice move on there on CCIV. I feel like our swing trades should be doing much better today. QS dipping off here. I'm really hoping that QS sells off again. Oh, by the way, guys, I did want to mention this. I totally forgot to say. If you go right now to the YouTube channel and you go to home, you can see upcoming live streams. So Thursday, we're going to be reviewing Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time, so 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be going live, which is 6 p.m. my time currently where I'm located. We're going to do my January recap and February forecast. We're going to be thinking about what we want to be looking for February, some picks from stocks, so equities to crypto, and then, some of the biggest lessons from January. So guys, join us for that live stream. We'll be starting on Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time at 12 p.m. then. Right? That's 12 p.m. That's noon. Or is that 12 a.m.? No, it's 12 p.m. That's always gotten me. Anyway, I'll see you guys there. So I just want to give a little quick heads up here. So upcoming stream. And if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to drop a like, guys. I really do appreciate all the likes. Easiest way to support the channel. Today's a bit of a nasty day. We are up and then we are down. So yeah, today would have been good wrapping up with pre-market, I feel like. OCGN, there was some good moves, but you had to get on this one quite early. So I'm not sure. I guess I'm about to start calling TD Ameritrade right now. Oh, that is such an unenthusiastic thought. Let me see how long how long do you guys think the hold time is right now on TD Ameritrade? Not financial advice says noon is 12 p.m. Thanks for that, man. I wasn't totally sure. All right, let's quickly check.
Thank you for calling TD Ameritrade regarding the ThinkorSwim platform. For trading, please press 1. Client services, press 2. For trading platform support, to help us provide you with the best possible service, please enter your 9-digit TD Ameritrade account number. We're sorry, but that is an invalid account number. Please enter the social security number for the
Rick,
account
I feel you.
about, followed by the pound sign. Please note, this call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance purposes.
Yeah, Joe, same here.
Current estimated wait time is approximately 1 hour, 30 minutes. We are currently experiencing longer than normal wait times. We apologize for any inconvenience.
An hour, 30 minutes hold time. So I guess I'll just kind of let this chill here on the side. Last time I was on hold for 2 hours. I'm just gonna... Gonna put it over here. Do you guys hear that? It's kind of obnoxious, but I'll put it over there to the side. Nice, Corey. Do you have PTSD from OCGN? No, I don't think so. Why would I have PTSD? Did I have a big loser on OCGN? No. No, no, no. I don't believe so. How come? Rick, this is usually never the case. Usually, when I call TD Ameritrade, even when they're having issues, it's pretty much instant. This is pretty bad. Constantine says, yesterday I waited 4 hours, worked out, took a bath, walked my dog, cooked, made some calls, and it cut off. Oh, my Lord. That is the worst. Today I was on hold for 30 minutes or so, and then it cut off. That was pre-market today. That was pretty annoying, but that's nowhere near as bad as what happened to you, Constantine. I apologize, man. That's so stressful. June 18th, 2020. Mark the day. All right, Wild Boy's calling out LIZHI. Great momentum on LIZHI. Possible move over 6. This is actually exactly what we were waiting for on LIZHI. The volume fades on this ticker so fast, though. Possible move over 6. It's a huge resistance zone. I now hold the record. Constance. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, Niall, this is the same concern as yesterday. Nothing new there. I like QS. I still need to do a full catch-up on it. And on Thursday, guys, when we do the noon Eastern Standard Time February forecast, we're going to talk a little bit about QS and some other swing trades. So stay tuned for that. AEZS slowly coming back here. Yeah, JC, the problem with that is at 4, their trade inquiry desk closes, and it only opens at 8 a.m., so you have to kind of call during peak hours, which is a little bit obnoxious. LIZHI, there's the move of 6. Big congrats to anyone that traded that one. Yeah, I might be out for the day, which is unfortunate. My first red day of the month. Man, this month could have started so well, but whatever. You know, it is what it is. I think the important part is just realizing that you just got to do the best you can every day, and you know, the day before is kind of irrelevant. Tomorrow is irrelevant. Just do the best you can today, and if that means not trading, that's what you got to do. So it's a good chance I'm done with trading now for today. LIZHI giving me a little bit of FOMO, but at the same time, you know, it has so much like pause of volume that doesn't really excite me at all. SAVA's making a little bit of a bottom here. Okay, let's quickly review some swing trades. Let me know if you guys have any questions. We'll probably be wrapping up pretty soon here. Just a little heads up. BFT making nice moves. CLOV finding a bit of a bottom again. I really would like to see this one kick through a bit quicker. GeoEV kind of coming back here a little bit. HYLN was such a disappointment when it didn't break 20. I was so ready for this one to break 20. I would have waited for a break of 20 and then sell into the 22s or something like that. That was my goal. But more consolidation. MCAC here. Everything's kind of going as planned. QS, I really might be buying QS very soon. THBR, this is the one I wanted to buy more of, but I didn't have shares available. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Or I didn't have funds available. By the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed this, but you guys notice what's missing on this account? ADT. We closed our ADT position. I had enough of this one. We held it for so long at like 850, somewhere in this zone. We held it past the sell-off. We made it back here. We were finally above this one, and I was up like 20-something%. We were above 10. I had my sell limit order. I originally in the 60s, so we actually would have been perfectly executed here at the perfect high. Then I moved it up here looking for that break of 11 because I was like, okay, finally we're getting a move. I should have been more aware that we already had a 60% plus move from the lows. And now it's selling off again. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to hold this for another 2-3 months. I do believe ADT will have a nice move over 11 at one point. But yeah, you know what? There's so many back holders on this ticker. It was just not able to push through. So that was a little bit unfortunate. Luckily, we walked away with a small profit on ADT, like 4 or 5% or something like that. But ultimately, it was a bit of a disaster. If you just go to our stats, this is actually quite funny. Right here is my ADT trade. Yeah, $144 we made on this one. We opened this trade. My first entry was September 22nd. That was when we were in Portugal. I went long ADT when we were in Portugal last year. That's insane. I said, exit, I don't want to hold this anymore. I missed my $10 exit as I was looking for the bigger move. Didn't want to get back in the red for another 1 to 3 months. Ties up way too much capital. One day, I think this ticker will spike again. I am bullish on ADT. 3K position size, but you know, it just wasn't the time for it. So kind of just walking away on ADT. Yeah. I don't know. I would rather take that money and put it into QS, to be honest. I need to do a little bit more due diligence again on QS. You guys said some new news came out that I'm not, I think, aware of. But I love QS. I am waiting for a possible break of 40. Part of me doesn't think it's going to break 40. The other part is just, you know, really praying to baby Jesus that it will. And then I do want to be getting long this one as soon as possible. So we'll see what happens there. That's pretty much it. My average swing trade is pretty short. I'd probably say around 2 weeks. I don't think I have the statistics on that. I don't have the statistics on my average trade length. So I will make note of that. We will get it added to Trade Journal, and we'll have that answer at one point. Good question, though, Rick. Great question. I give myself about 2 months, but I usually close out much sooner. ADT, I think, was my longest swing trade. Usually it's only like, 3 to 4 weeks. That's what I'm thinking internally. I don't have the stats at the moment in front of me, but I always give myself like 2 months. But usually I close out much before then. So LIZHI's on fire right now. Every broker is going to be a little bit different on the stop losses. Sandeepan, hope I'm saying that right. Best to try it out on a paper account. Try the stops. On TD Ameritrade, you can oftentimes sell and buy custom with a stop, which is quite nice if you're into that. But or if you're long, you could click on the ladder, and then by clicking on the ladder below the price, you set a stop there. What a move on LIZHI. Absolutely massive. Jermaine, because it's the one that everyone's watching, right? That's all it takes sometimes for a ticker to move. It also has a little bit, it actually doesn't have any news today, which is always a bit of a red flag. So that's why I wasn't getting super aggressive on LIZHI, but you know, this has been trending up here really nicely. 7.5 is big time resistance on it, and then if it breaks 7.5, I would probably look for a move to like 8.5 or something like that. Market cap right now at 300 million. If we go here to FinViz, this is actually a Chinese internet content information company. In case you guys are curious, there it is. They do have a lawsuit out against them. $22 million float though lets this company be a little bit more spikeable. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for those low floats, ideally below 10 million, but 20 million is pretty okay. As long as it's like below 50 million, I'm pretty happy. But 10 million is really when it starts getting a little crazy. Pre-market, this ticker was not moving really much though. So it was not really something I was watching pre-market. Just a lot of selling to the downside. It was up 55, and then when we were looking at it, it was around 27, 30%. But, you know, now it's really moving. So 180 market cap, 22 million float. That's probably the nicest part. It has no news besides pending lawsuit. So, I don't know. This one's probably going to crash at one point. If you look in the past, it has a lot of these kind of failed one-day spikes to the upside. So I'd be very careful buying here in these highs. Extremely careful. Just, you know, has these big sell-offs. Once it's done, it's done. This day actually had a nice multi-day run here. We had a big move to the upside, failed move to the upside. This was a 15-minute candle flush, 20%, absolutely nasty. Recovered and actually had another big move here, but then it flushed again here, 28%. I don't know, it's not the nicest ticker, so I wasn't extremely excited about trading it when I saw it. 15-minute candle just went red. Big sell-off here. Nice, Corey. Happy to hear that you're green. Good work on being extremely patient today. I should have just wrapped it up, but it's what it is. Anyone else have any questions? Because I'm also wrapping it up here. There isn't really anything I felt like I want to discuss here in terms of I'm still on hold. I'm going to get everything ready, make sure I have my argument again for trade inquiries, and, you know, take it easy. There's no need to push the pedal to the metal, so live your life. You know, that's the best part about trading. When you're done, the market's not giving you opportunities, just walk away, come back another day, come back tomorrow with a fresh mind. But don't, you know, force it on a day where you shouldn't be forcing it, or else you're gonna be so exhausted by the time it's tomorrow and you're just gonna miss the good setup. So yeah. Appreciate that, Niall. It's very nice to hear. I was wondering if I used to be a prop trader. In New York, I actually applied to a few prop trading firms. I actually never got accepted into them. And then that's why I just started trading my own capital, which ended up being probably the best thing for me. I think it was too much of like a loose cannon for a lot of these companies. Like I already had my own company. I was like doing a few different kind of tasks and jobs and had my own clients. And I feel like I was just not an employee that somebody would have wanted to hire. It would have been an interesting experience, but all of my finance friends went like, you know, IB, investment banking, or worked on with funds, or went to the brokerage route. And then I just continued running my own business. So yeah, Thanks, Niall. I do appreciate that. VWAP lines, volume weighted average price. It's basically the average, really calculated with a weight on what candle, what price is being traded the most. So a lot of traders use VWAP to kind of identify the trends. What is the most important part in my eyes about VWAP is it identifies if you're an uptrend, if you're above VWAP, and a downtrend when you're below VWAP. And then I use the 9 EMA for buying indicators. And you can see on LIZHI, that was pretty much picture perfect here. We're trending up, so you want to be using the 9 EMA for buy indicators. And that pretty much worked out pretty perfectly on LIZHI. Now we're on the backside of a backside move, but we're still trending above VWAP. This is a very dangerous place. You typically want to be buying dips and selling on the 9 EMA on this part, but it doesn't always work out. There's more risk. It can be a good setup, but you're playing with fire for sure. But it looks like for LIZI, there was some good reward there for sure. So interesting stuff. Thanks, guys, for all the nice comments. Really, that's real nice. You have an interview with a prop firm. I would probably know what the prop firm's trading, know a little bit about their trading strategy, and see if you can elaborate on it. Know some traders that you maybe follow or something. See, I don't know, just be able to spark interest. If you're interested in the company, I think they're going to be a bit more interested in you. But I really shouldn't be giving interview advice. But I interviewed a lot of people myself, hiring employees and whatnot. And anyone that kind of shows a little bit more enthusiasm is just a breath of fresh air. So that's my perspective. Life says, "You the man, taught me so many things, not much in trading, much more on being peaceful and mindful." Yeah, that's really the big thing, huh? Patient rules. Don't kill me for the bro. Good to see you again, Life. It feels like it's been a while. Don't tell too many people about the bro part. VWAP has 3 lines because either the 2 deviations from the mean, pretty much. So to me, I don't use it really, but it does tell me sometimes if tickers are overextended. If a ticker is outside of the top kind of salmon color, you know that it's having a big blow off top, and sometimes it keeps going, but it's rare. BlackBerry had a beautiful run. I'm kind of kicking myself about BlackBerry because I really wanted to go long this company. And I was long this company, but then I took some nice profit here and I never bought back, which was a huge mistake because this ended up being such a great run. Can't even recall where that was. But yeah. I like BlackBerry, but I think as like a software security firm, I think it's going to be an interesting play. But right now, I wouldn't touch it. It's way too overextended. I mean, this move was really unprecedented. So just, I don't know, be very mindful of that. I wouldn't buy it in these highs. Wow, ICCC. I don't know anything about this company, but it looks like a biotech, so I usually don't swing trade biotechs. No volume here, so I wouldn't be day trading it either. No volume, these highs is so sketchy. Very weird the way this one trades. I don't know, no comment on this one. If I was going to go long, I would try to get long close to $8 as possible. I'm not sure if it's going to see $8, but I would wait for some sort of move closer to 8. At least you'd be buying near the mean of the price roughly, which actually is probably closer to 6, but buying at 8 is too high in my eyes. I don't know, I could be wrong, but that's my first instinct. Do I ever see myself switching from TOS? I was wondering. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I do have other brokers. TOS is not my only broker. It's just my favorite free retail broker at the moment. Of course, if something better comes along, I definitely will. If you know, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months down the road, I feel like making the switch to a different broker, of course we're going to do that. I'm usually trying out different brokers on the side all the time. So there's a good chance. There's definitely a good chance. This beard is making my face look really fat. I just realized. Yeah. I think I'll probably look into LightSpeed at one point too, but usually like 95% of the time TD Ameritrade is working pretty well. It's really when the market goes crazy and every broker is having issues as well. TD Ameritrade also has issues, but they're one of the most legacy platforms out there. So usually TOS is one of the least to have issues compared to other brokers, and they fixed a lot of issues from last year. So I'm like, as much as I'm annoyed at TOS right now and they owe me $600, I would be annoyed, I think, at any broker, to be honest, or just that's the truth. So in LightSpeed, I would just be constantly annoyed at the fees. So I don't know, pick your poison, guys. Yeah, Nile, for sure. You could do what Corey does. Corey just he has LightSpeed and he only uses it on days like it has been where other brokers don't work. I think that's probably the best thing to do. That's definitely big hustle men here promoting Tastyworks. I don't have an account there yet. Might check out Shamas brokerage, SoFi. They have really high crypto fees though. I was kind of horrified. It was like 1.2 or something percent. I was like, what? You gotta be kidding me. Non-financial advice says, great career HR advice from Liz Ryan, Human Workplace. Is that a like a book? Sounds like a book. Human Workplace. So definitely check that out if you're about to have an interview, I suppose. I don't know anything about it, but worth diving into from non-financial advice. Non-financial advice also is correcting me, saying Neil is pronounced Neil. Okay, so I also have, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I can't read. I always blame it on the fact that English is not my first language, but I feel like that's a sucker's excuse because I've lived in America long enough to know how to read. just names I get me every time. There's too many background stories with names. Like there's too many ethnicity backgrounds. Like I don't know if it's like a pure Anglo-Saxon name, I could usually figure it out, but apparently not because I just said Nile instead of Neil. So I can't even get that one right. I don't know. Don't hate me, guys, for getting your names wrong. It's a tough job. It's much harder than trading. Is it worth to buy Nokia now? What's the ticker for Nokia? Always type tickers, guys. Usually I do know the ticker name. Well, actually, not usually. No, that's the same as usual. Sometimes I will know the name of the ticker. Oh yeah, NOK. But oftentimes I don't, or I forget, or whatnot. We look at so many tickers here. Sometimes I forget the ticker I just traded. No, I wouldn't trade. Yeah. I was actually just talking about somebody with NOK, not on the live stream, but in person, and I don't know. Anytime I see one of these tickers go exponential, I mean, there's just a squeeze that just happened. I highly doubt this company is going to be coming back to these highs. I'm very not bullish on NOK, guys. Just watch out. This company most likely will keep selling off below 4. It might start finding support at 3.5. Maybe it's going to have another spike in another few weeks. Then the bag holders are going to smush it down again. It's just not going to be a fun one. It's going to cause you a lot of stress and pain. And then finally, after 1-2 months of after holding it and then being so pissed off and throwing in the towel, tomorrow it's going to have a big spike up and you're going to be even more mad. Don't go down that road, guys. NOK is a road of misery. I don't know. Or do it. Like, do whatever you guys want to do. That's my perspective from my experiences. No worries, Neil. Neil Finance. I still kind of want to say Nile. You know, German was my first. I can't speak German though that very well for the life of me. I even had an English teacher in college, I think it was. It was my freshman year or something like that. She was like, "You act like English isn't your first language." I always had to like C's and D's on my essays. I was like, this is the best essay I ever wrote. I'll turn it in. I'll get a D or something like that. And I'd be like, what the heck? And she was like, I think she just didn't like me, but she always gave me the whole paper was red. I'm pretty sure it was still a good essay. There were some good thoughts in there. German. First language is German. Well, I just realized how off topic we were. We've been getting so off topic lately on stuff. This is what happens when the market's slow. I just start rambling. I'm happy I was able to answer some questions though, and you know, we could check out some tickers together. But I think I gotta go here. HOL finally making some moves again. I think HOL is gonna hold this kind of 13 low because space is such a hot topic right now. SPACs are such a hot topic. Space companies are probably a turbo topic. And anytime SPACs start moving, they usually don't go below 14. So that was actually a big thesis to my trade today on HOL, which ended up being my biggest winner, almost $400 profit. We accumulated this one right here. So that was a good move. And then we sold on that first pop to the upside, but I should have done it again as we started kind of slowing down here, but I don't know, I didn't do it, but yeah, that would have been a good play. Oh well. Close, TT, very close. I'm standing so weird right now. I got one leg all the way over there, just trying to stretching it. I have a special lady friend who only spoke Polish as a child. That's really interesting. A special lady friend that only spoke Polish. And the day she learned English was the worst day of my life. I was like, how about? Just kidding. Yeah, SpaceX would be a good IPO. I highly doubt that Elon's gonna IPO SpaceX because he's talked about that many times. And even Starlink, which is part of SpaceX, he says he wants to spin off to raise capital. So it's kind of like SpaceX is its own little SPAC, but I don't think SpaceX is going to go public because the market is way too short-term focused. The market does not reward long-term thinking, and SpaceX is all about long-term thinking. So I think IPOing SpaceX would be a bad idea. They're going to get enough private investment anyway. How many stocks do I have on my watch list after how many stocks you have on your watch list after pre-market? I guess the swing trades was left. I love when she speaks Polish, very sexy. That's good. That's good to hear, man. Yeah, LMND, I think it would be a good buy. I feel like it's a little extended here in this area, but it put a little nice floor in it. It had 2 failed breakouts, and now it's going to start testing the lows. Be very careful. I wouldn't be surprised if it broke 130. I think, though, we might have some good, entries coming up at one point. So I would wait, but I don't know. Sometimes I wait too long, and then I miss my entry, so we'll see. The question is it going to break 135, 130, and then, what's going to happen from there? Big sell volume, though. All right, guys, I need to wrap up. Whatever happened to Sloppy Sally? Sloppy Sally's been on vacation. She's not here at the moment. We're freaking tight Timmy. We keep our losses tight. Although Sloppy Sally might have paid a small visit today, but I don't think we did anything too sloppy. All right, guys. Oh, don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Let's go ahead and wrap it up here. No need to kind of hang around and hurt our eyeballs when we should be resting them for tomorrow. So, like always, guys, stay safe, make some awesome trades. AMC, GME, all those tickers are not something I would be touching with a 10-foot pole anymore. I think you're going to be going down with the ship on this one. That's my thought. I could be totally wrong. I often am. But for me, it just doesn't fit my portfolio. It doesn't fit my strategy. So it is what it is. Right now, it's having a great bottom bounce, though. Look at that beauty. All right, guys. Peace out. Tight Timmy is about to make it super... I don't even want to finish that. Just wasn't even funny. All right, guys. I'm out of here before I keep rambling about nonsense. Jesus. Peace. Oh, there I am again. Bye-bye.